Well, welcome. This coming Sunday, the 26th of July, offers us our first opportunity to begin to meet together as a church family, as the HPC church family here in our building. And that really is great good news. Now, of course, as all of you will know, for most of us on most Sundays, we're still going to be meeting via our YouTube channel at 10:30 and at 12:15 via Zoom for our virtual coffee. However, each week now, leading up to the end of August, some of us at least are going to be able to meet together at 9:30 on a Sunday morning. And this video is all about how we can do that together safely. Now, the first thing to say as we begin to meet together for this 9:30 service, the first thing to say is that if you'd like to come along to one of these services between now and the end of August at 9:30 on a Sunday morning, then you will need to book in through the office. You can do that by ringing the office during office hours. That's Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday mornings between 10 and 12 noon to ring in and book your seats for when you'd like to come along. Now, of course, because of social distancing, the number of people we can accommodate in the building has been reduced. So we're looking to book in about 35 people for each of those Sundays. But it is really important as a first priority to phone in the office and book your seats. It may be, sadly, that on any given Sunday, there are simply too many people wanting to come and some will be disappointed. So make that your first priority to ring the office. So as we think about Sunday morning, how do we go about getting ready for these different Sundays as we come together? Well, preparation will begin at home. Silly thing to say, but please make sure you use the loo before you set off, because there will only be limited toilet facilities available in the building. Now, we're not able to use the church Bibles, so really important to bring along with you your own Bible. Maybe, as we won't be reserving refreshments, you may like to bring some water with you if you think you'll need that. And do download a copy of our service. Those won't be available. The service will be on the screen, but if you'd like a paper copy, print it out for yourself and bring it with you. If you have children with you, if you're coming along with children, then it might be a good idea to bring some colouring books or soft toys with you just to help them to cope with the morning, because one thing that we won't be able to do is to have children running around as we normally do. Now, you've arrived on Sunday morning. When you arrive, do please head, as usual, for the south door, which is the entrance that we'll be using. You may find a number of people waiting as you come in. Please do social distance at that point. Keep 2 meters apart while you wait out on the church path. Now, before you enter, a steward will ask you to confirm that you have no symptoms of coronavirus. They will also have a list of people who have booked seats. Now, regrettably, if you've somehow forgotten to book a seat and you do turn up, we simply won't have space for you, and I'm afraid you'd have to go home at that point. Now, as you come into the porch, what you will find is a hand-free dispenser waiting for you. So please do make use of that to gel before you come into the building. Now, as you come into the building, on your right, you will find a table. On the table, there'll be some masks. We're not suggesting that you use them, but they're there if you would like to. You'll also find an NHS test and trace record-keeping paper. Now, you don't need to fill that in if you've booked a seat already. Now, once you're ready, one of the stewards will then begin to show you to your seat. It may be that you're able to express a preference as to which part of the building that you sit in. It may be that you don't, depending on who's already here. But as you look around, you can see the very different layout of the building that we've have to put into place because of social distancing. Now, once you've been shown to a seat, do take a seat, and please make sure as you do that that there are then at least 4 seats between you and the next household. And do please remain in your seat until the beginning of the service. Now, if you do have younger children with you, please try to keep them occupied in or near the seats that you're using, as we're not able to use the lounge and its facilities at the moment. If children should become restless and you need somewhere to escape to, then we should be able to use the new entrance lobby, which is now open, and you'll find in there 1 or 2 seats set out. Unfortunately, it's only large enough for 1 family at a time, but do make use of that if you need to. Now, of course, it may be that you're here on a Sunday morning and you will need to make use of the toilet facilities. Let me explain a little bit about how that will work. First, a reminder that the lounge and the kitchen area won't be in use, so please don't try to enter, and you'll find the corridor cordoned off, but the accessible toilet will be available for use. One of the wardens will be up to the entrance to the corridor just to make sure everything is all right. And you will also find within the toilet, you'll find some directions for how to clean down and sanitize after you've used the toilet. If you have younger children with you who'd like to use the toilet, then please, as the parent, please go with them and make sure that they're able to do the cleaning down that is required afterwards. You'll see here how the corridor is cordoned off, and please do say the right side of that. Now, do please remember in our services at 9:30 that we're not allowed to sing, and that's really sad because that's such an important part of our meeting together. So the format of the service, what it will actually be like, will be very much like the service that you've been watching on YouTube. In the service, we may be able to watch some music on the big screen played for us, but please do enjoy that, but we're not allowed to join in the singing. The other thing that we're going to miss big time is the refreshments afterwards, and I know many will be missing the opportunity for cake and biscuits. That's always such an important part of our fellowship. However, at present, we're not permitted to do that, and the government advice is that as soon as the service is over, we should leave the building as soon as possible with the minimum of social contact, and that's what we'll need to do. And so we've come to the end of the morning service, at which point one of the stewards will then direct you how to leave the building. We'll be exiting a row at a time. Please wait for the steward to direct you, and then as you receive that instruction, please leave the building immediately. That would be really helpful to do that. And as you do so, please make sure you take with you everything that you've brought. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the building that you haven't seen for a while, and I hope that at least some of you will be able to welcome at least some of you at 9:30 from this Sunday onwards. Again, as you leave, make sure you take everything with you, your water bottles, your service sheets, your Bibles, because otherwise if you leave them, well, obviously we'd have to treat them as contaminated.